major project pitch and planning presentation. So for my FMP, my aim is to create, produce and release an album. I'm collaborating with Forever Nowhere, a band in Level 2 who I'm producing. We have 11 songs that will be recorded in a few weeks, and I have the 2 following days to mix and master it. The band have written the songs, and we've been rehearsing throughout the Easter holidays at the Hive in Hawley to make sure that we are still in the loop and know what we're doing. We started the project when the boys had around 6 songs, and now we've nearly doubled that. And once we've recorded, we're putting the album on about 100 CDs, and we're going to release it on Spotify. My main role right now is making sure the boys stay on track and pushing them to make the songs their best, and mainly to prepare myself for when my role comes along, which is the recording and mixing process. But I have helped out with organising Hive trips and getting more songs out of the group and that kind of thing. I've decided on this project because I've always loved their songs. I would hear them in the performances at the beginning of the year, and I wanted to be a part of that. And also while being here, I've tried to take every opportunity given to me to try everything out while I can to help figure out what I want to do going forward, and producing has definitely caught my eye. I love listening to people play. It's what got me interested in learning myself, and I like bossing people around, which will help with having the final say. I'd love to carry on producing after college and improve with everything that comes along with that. My role in this project is to produce the best album out of the band. This means knowing when to take a break and putting my input in, and when I think things need changing or fixing in a song. For example, when we were in the Hive over the holidays, I didn't like that all of their songs ended abruptly and so harsh, so we went over the ones that I wanted changing, and some we just let them play out after the strum, and so we made a whole new outro altogether. In preparation, I'm frequently on Reaper, which is a software I'll be doing the majority of the mixing on, and I'm making sure that there are regular rehearsals, so when recording we can get to take in preferably under these and I'm making sure that there are regular rehearsals, so when we record we can get the take in preferably under 3 recordings. And overall my job is producing the album as smoothly and quickly as possible. I'm collaborating with Mikey, Josh, Sam and James in Level 2. Their role is to make the actual songs on the album. So they had 6 songs before, and now we have 11 that are going to be on the album. So they fit in perfectly with the ones that they had already written. I think the album's going to sound really good. Most of them fit the genre, but we also have a couple Easter eggs that keep it interesting, with an acoustic song and a piano song from Mikey. They're controlling everything outside of the recording and mixing process. For example, they'll be making an album cover and putting the album on the actual CDs, and they'll be the ones releasing the album on all of the music platforms like Spotify and SoundCloud. The most obvious genre which is featured throughout the whole album is alternative rock. Heavy influences of that are Queens of the Stone Age, Weezer and Nirvana. Some key features of this genre include a prominent guitar-lead songs and accompanied by bass and drums. Some lyric topics are things like social inequality, personal struggles, and ironically, not getting the commercialism of mainstream culture, even though alternative rock has become a huge mainstream success. I think some of their songs that mirror these topics are Sober, as it talks about overcoming addiction and the struggles of that. Toxic Cycles about toxic relationships, and Galaxy is a bit less obvious, but it's still there. I'll actually, if that's okay, I'm going to play, I've lost it now, come back. I will play something that I recorded at the Hive. Sorry. Just a little snippet. Oh. Sorry. I'm not sure what to say to you. You're someone I really take to. You come across so carefree. You make me feel like a nobody.
like a tattoo. Can't get rid of you. Change for all of you.
Anyway, that is the intro. Just a little something we did live. And for themes, the majority of their songs are about heartfelt topics with a mixture of major and minor, giving them catchy melodies and riffs with relatable lyrics. Some of them are made up of a lot of metaphors that, if you sit down with the lyrics, they're actually kind of heartbreaking. And I find that most with Galaxy. I think I've mixed. Oh no, I haven't. With recording, this is the whole. This is my recording. What's it called? Timetable. It explains it in there. It's a long process, but you can pause it and read that. For the post-production, that's a big part of my job as a producer. The next 2 weeks after recording are for mixing and mastering. I'll use some of the week 2 for my mixing. I'll use some of week 2 for my mixing as well, because mastering is the faster job, so I can cut into that week a little bit. And hopefully the format will end up with something we're all happy with. However, I know that I have final say on what happens to the album. I will do most of the mixing at home on Reaper, but I've booked Studio B on Thursday and Friday in the first week to have proper speakers and to know what I'm doing. And this is my equipment list. My main worry with problems is that I'm going to have a tech issue, which is definitely going to happen when it comes to me. But I know that Sam will be a big help with that. I don't want to use him too much when it comes to technical problems, but because he'll have to come all the way from outside the drum kits, which will be a struggle because all of the mic stands are there anyway. But I know that he'll be there if I need him to help with that. And also, something could go wrong is that someone could get ill or injured or just not turn up, which I can't control, but hopefully I'm just going to trust that everyone will try their best to be there. My research plan, I'm a little bit behind on research, but I have a few posts on different producers. Like, I've done a few posts on different producers, like Steve Albini, Eric Valentine, Joe Barassi, and so on. I intend to do some more work on researching, mixing, and mastering. I also did some research on microphones, but that was before I knew that we were only going to record the drums. And we're connecting everything else straight into the box. So with DAW. And I've been researching Reaper, especially with the videos that he's put on his channel, to help me with that. Sorry, this is longer than it was. And evaluating my work. Since the start of the project, everything's been logged on WordPress. There are research posts and Hive sessions that I haven't gotten around to finishing yet, but they will be on there. And I'm evaluating my work against other peers and on the UAL grading matrix. And this is my weekly plan that I made at the beginning. Thank you.